Hey, what is up? Epic Conversions Insiders Club. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday morning? Hope you guys are doing well. Let me make sure this is working. I don't want to Hey, what is up? Epic Conversions. All right, very cool. All right, hope you guys are doing great out there today. Before we get started, man, I just want to say I tell you what, someone was asking me yesterday if I was still married, and I said, yeah, I'm still married. I've been married for, 11 years, and to a beautiful girl who supports me as far as like she like supports my vision. You know what I'm saying? She believes in me. She believes in what I'm doing. So man, that makes a big difference. So I got two awesome kids, um, 13 and 10, and then I got a beautiful wife who believes in me, right? And this is like a big deal. Um, so I guess the reason I bring it up is because um, if you're out there right now and it it's important to have people around you who believe in what you're trying to do, right? And they don't, make the little comments at you, and they don't, you know, they don't, bring you down with negativity. And it's important to surround yourself with people who actually believe in what you're trying to accomplish, right? And look, I'm not saying cut the people off in your life who don't believe in what you're trying to accomplish. Um, I mean, I understand you got people in your life who you love, and people in your life who you care about, and family and stuff, and you can't really cut them off. But what I'm saying is keep them at a distance. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's difficult to me. I mean, you got to put work in to succeed here. To make this happen, I mean, you really have to believe in yourself, and you really need to just surround yourself with people who also believe in what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? I mean, people have to believe in what you're trying to accomplish, and if they don't believe in it, then man, you don't need to keep them people around too much. I mean, I'm not saying cut them off. I wouldn't ever cut my family off. I don't want to cut my mother off, or my sister, or whoever. But I'm just saying, like, if they're not really believing in what I'm trying to do, that's fine. But I got to keep the people who believe in what I'm trying to do close, and that's what I'm saying, I guess. Um, and another thing he asked me was does your wife work? I said no. My wife, she's a housewife. Well, I mean, it's not like she doesn't work. She works a lot, but she doesn't have to work at a normal job per se. She doesn't have to work at a normal job. So I support the family financially, with what I do right here online. And I think that when you do support the family as an entrepreneur, there's a little bit more pressure there. There's more pressure to do a good job. And I think that pressure, it can produce diamonds. You know what I mean? Having that pressure on me that makes me feel like, hey, man, this is do or die. I got to make something happen. I have to push my projects forward. I have to get things done. I can't just be slacking off all the time. I think that pressure it's a driving force. Having that pressure is important. And a lot of people, I think that's, and that's what I was telling him the other day when I was talking to him, is one of my friends on Facebook. I was talking to him, and I was telling him that, I think that's the thing I hate to say to people is, one of the biggest problems I think people have is they have normal jobs, and they don't realize that they're very comfortable. Even if they don't like their job, they're comfortable in their job, right? And I don't think that you need to quit your job by any means, but I do think that you need to be aware of that comfort level. There's a big difference between, like, you have a job and you get a paycheck and you're trying to do this online marketing stuff like on the side as a little side gig, and like being in a place where, like, this is how you make money. If you don't make money, then your family doesn't eat. right? So there's a huge difference there. There's a lot more motivation when you have that pressure. So I think that when you have a normal job, you really have to, you have to be aware of that comfort, and you have to, take steps to not be so comfortable. That's what I think about that. And I just wanted to start that off with that little message today. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision. Now, I mean, the first step is to believe in yourself. You need to believe it. I mean, you really need to believe it. And then the second step, surround yourself with other people who believe it also. And then, the third step, find a way to put pressure on yourself. Okay. I'm not telling you to go out there and quit your job, but if you're comfortable, it's really hard to make things happen when you're comfortable. You have to find a way to make yourself a little uncomfortable. So that's what I'd say about that. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing great. And I want to pull this up real quick. All right, very cool. All right, so let me go ahead and get into some of these questions I got here. As always, you guys know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me questions in this live group coaching call, in this live Q&A call. Take precedence over questions I've received by email or through Facebook DMs or whatever. I get a lot of people asking me questions that are in the Insiders Club, like over email. And I get a lot of questions also on Facebook, because I'm on Facebook like every day. So people ask me a lot of questions on Facebook via private message. And I get that, and that's totally cool. However, the people who are actually here, you guys' questions always take precedence. So feel free to ask me questions over here in the chat, and we'll get them answered, guys, for sure. So anyways, I also I'm not going to do it at the very beginning of this. I'm going to get some of these questions out of the way. But sorry guys, I was looking. So I'm going to get some of these questions out of the way first. But I want to show you guys this email that I wrote recently that I made over $1,000 with. And I thought that was a pretty good email. It was a pretty good email. I think it was like $1,049 or something that email made me. Just one email made over $1,000. So that was a pretty good email. And I wanted to kind of break that email down for you guys, the anatomy of that email on this coaching call. But we'll save that till a little bit later. I want to get some of these questions knocked out first. Would you guys like to see an email that can make you like a lot of money? The anatomy of an email that would make you a lot of money? Let me know if you want to see that. And we'll get into that. A little bit of email marketing knowledge on you today. All right. Also, the other thing I wanted to say to you guys was I was thinking about I'm using Zoom. I'm using Zoom on this workshop I just started putting on. I'm running people through this membership program workshop, and I'm using Zoom for that. So you guys let me know in the comments here, or let me know via email, whatever, if you like the idea of switching our group coaching calls over to Zoom, if you'd like that. I tell you, I use Google Hangouts here. I'll tell you guys the real reason I like using Google Hangouts for these little coaching calls is because two reasons, right? Number one, like it's instantly edited, right? Like as soon as I record this, boom, it's instantly on YouTube, unlisted, and the link itself instantly becomes a replay, right? So here's the link to the live call, and then as soon as we're done, boom, it's a replay. I don't have to do anything, so it makes it easier for me. And the other reason I really like the Google Hangouts is because, so when people are first getting started, they feel funky about spending money. They spend a little bit of money. They don't want to spend a lot of money. They're not really making a lot of money with their business, so they don't want to spend a lot of money, which is totally cool. I understand that. But I like to let people know, hey, you can get started for free. You can do pretty much almost everything online for free, right? And the Google Hangout thing is a free tool that really reinforces that. I mean, if I can run group coaching, and I can run like webinar type stuff through a Google Hangout, then that reinforces the belief in people that, hey, I can do this. Cam's doing it. Cam's doing it on a simple Google Hangout. If he can do it on a simple Google Hangout, then so can I. And I like that, man. I like that aspect. So I do like that aspect. So hold on a second, guys. All right, I'm back. All right, so I like that aspect, but yeah. So anyways, those are the two reasons. However, I've been using Zoom for this new workshop I'm putting on, and Zoom seems pretty cool. So you guys let me know what you think about maybe switching over to Zoom. We might switch over to Zoom in the future, just because it probably might provide a better kind of a end user experience, I guess you could say. Might provide a better end user experience. So you guys let me know what you think. If you like the Google Hangout thing, we'll keep on doing it. If you think it would be cool to switch over to Zoom, we'll explore it. So all right, let me get into some of these questions. Let's see something here. All right, very cool. All right, so I want to sell the rights to one of my movies to raise some money for myself. Looking for advice. I want to sell the rights to one of my movies to raise some money for myself. Looking for advice. Okay, so I'll tell you what, like with this guy's question, I'm not in the movie business, so my advice on this is not going to be completely specific, but depending on what kind of movie you're talking about, I mean, if you want to sell anything, I mean, it's really about finding people who see the value in what you're trying to sell. I mean, like if I wanted to sell a movie, then I'm going to look for the people who buy movies. I'm going to look for people who are buying rights to movies. Right? That's what I'm looking for. And I probably am going to start in forums. I'm going to start on Facebook in groups. I'm going to start looking around for the people who are looking for business opportunities, who want to get into entertainment business, who want to buy movies. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking around, asking some questions around, and try to see what similar movies to mine. Now, I don't mean similar as far as like what they're about. I mean similar as far as like production value, as far as like on the same level of production and everything, just production. Same level of production as mine. I want to see movies that are on the same level as production as mine. How much are those movies being sold for? Right? What's happening? Right? I want to know. I mean, because if we're talking about a low budget, independent type movie, right? Then, you want to know what other low budget independent movies are going for. And that's what I would do. And that's what I would do, man. I'd look for what other movies similar to mine were going for. And then I would start seeking out the people who buy low budget independent movies. And that's what I would do, man. Now I know that advice is not super specific. However, I can't give you answers to something I've never done before. I've never made a movie and tried to sell it before. So I'm limited as to what I can tell you. However, I do make a living out of selling things, and I pride myself on the ability to probably sell anything if I really get into it. And that's how I would sell a movie if I wanted to get into it. If I wanted to sell rights to one of my movies, I'd figure out what similar production value movies are going for, and I'd start putting a list together of companies and names of people who buy movies, right? And then I would start reaching out, right? And that's what I would do. Excuse me. I'd also look for case studies. I'd also look for other people who have sold movies and see what they did and how they did it. Basically, I'd start to study it. You know, you're a hunter, man. You're a hunter. Now you're studying. You're studying your prey, right? You're figuring it out. How do I do this thing, right? That's exactly what I would do. All right. I got a gang of questions this month about membership programs, which makes a lot of sense because I recently just started a membership program workshop. It's like a 90-day membership program workshop. So I've gotten a lot of questions about membership programs, and I've kind of condensed a few of them because they're kind of the same question. But let me give you guys some of those questions that I've gotten on membership programs. So I have a passion for racing drones. Can you give me some ideas how I might be able to monetize this niche, preferably continuity? So this guy has he's interested in racing drones. So I didn't know that was a thing. I knew drones were used for like cameras and camera like stuff. You know, people use drones to get nice shots for YouTube and stuff. But I should have known that. That seems obvious. But yeah, I guess racing drones, that's a thing. So that's pretty cool, man. Good. That's a neat niche. Look, this is a niche that's not one of the big three, right? It's not health, wealth, and love, right? It's not health, wealth, or love. It's not the big three. We're outside of the big three. And what I found is whenever I get outside of the big three, sometimes I have to get a little bit more creative when it comes to monetization. You know, sometimes I have to get a little bit more creative. I mean, now some things like with this racing drone thing, I mean, you figure, okay, well, the basics is, you know, I can affiliate with a site like Amazon and I can make some money like that, right? People who want to buy the racing drones, they can go through my affiliate link and cool, right? But then when we start talking about things like continuity, it adds a whole different element to it. It's like, how can you get people to pay you a reoccurring subscription fee when your website's about, you know, racing drones? You know, what can you do, right? And I think it starts with asking the question. Okay, it's not like, oh man, it's impossible to monetize this. It's not, oh man, I can't do this because there's nothing, you know, there's no way to it starts with the question, how can I do this? How can I do this? And the question in this case is, how can I make a membership program about racing drones? Like to me, like I'm actually working on a similar problem, so I do feel a little qualified to answer your question. I am actually working in the conspiracy theory niche right now, and I just took a YouTube channel to over 1,000 subscribers, and I just monetized that channel on YouTube. But that's icing on the cake, really. I mean, I plan on taking that channel and moving it to like a membership program model. I'm going to start a little membership program, a monthly membership program where I charge people a low ticket monthly fee. And I'm going to put benefit in the membership program. So it's a similar thing because it's like conspiracy theory. I mean, that's kind of a fringe niche, right? And racing drones, same thing, kind of a fringe niche a little bit. It's not a big three. So I'll tell you what I would do if I were you. First thing, ask the question, how can I make this happen, right? Second thing is you have to remember membership programs are based on benefit. They're not based on content. They're not based on content. They're not based on, fancy software. They're not based on service. They're based on benefit. So what benefit can you put in that membership program that is going to help those people who care about racing drones, right? What benefit can you provide to them that they're willing to pay you for every month, right? And that's the question you have to ask yourself. Now, I'm going to give you a few ideas. Let's say you like racing drones. What if every single month you put on a Q&A, and it's a Q&A / workshop every month, right? And what you do basically is you teach people something new about racing drones. Maybe you show them how to modify the racing drone. Maybe you show them how to do something. And it'd be like a workshop right here. It'd be like a live workshop where you're actually doing it, but they get to watch you doing it. So that way they can ask questions. So this is going to become like not just a workshop where they learn, but also it's going to become like a club. It's going to become like a place where they can hang out with other people who like the same thing that they like, right? Because, you know, man, on the internet, a lot of people are an island, especially in the make money online space. A lot of people don't have anybody in real life who does the same kind of thing they do. And I'm guessing it'd be the same thing with racing drones. A lot of people don't have people in real life who do the same kind of thing they do. Now with racing drones, now what I'm thinking is, you take your racing drone to places and you race it, like, so that you do in real life find people, no matter how far away they are, you find them. So to me, I think that your racing drone membership program could be something that, you could promote offline. Matter of fact, I think it would thrive offline. So in that respect, I think it would be smart to advertise your situation at like local libraries and stuff like that, local newspapers. Just go offline with the advertising. Also, I think you could advertise, via, things get a lot easier when you start going local advertising, like on places like YouTube and Facebook. When you start targeting local areas, things get a little bit different, a little bit easier. And I think, to me, like, that's what I would go for. I'd go for that local market. I'd start with that local market and I'd branch out personally, as just like another way to kind of like put people in my membership program. I think that, what you got to do with this kind of a membership program is the membership program, it always needs to be like the second thing, not the first thing. Like, people's first introduction to you when it comes to racing drones should not be your membership program. It should be like some kind of free value that you're giving away, something for free, right? Something to start that relationship. And then the second thing would be the offer of the monthly, membership program with the racing drones. And it becomes an easier pitch. Basically, you want to send warm traffic to the sales page. When it comes to membership programs, you want to send warm traffic to the sales page, not cold traffic. I think the good news is people who are into racing drones, they're probably used to spending money. I'm gonna assume, because drones cost money, and racing drones. I'm just guessing here, but I figure since they're racing, things break, they crash, things happen. People are probably always repairing them and fixing them and stuff like that. I'm only guessing here. But yeah, man, that's how I would handle it. I also look around on the internet and see what kind of other content is out there about racing drones. Guys, look, any kind of content you see out there for free, ask yourself, what would the paid version of this content be? What would the paid version of this content look like? Right? Here's an article on 5 tips for racing drones. Okay, what would the paid version look like? Maybe the paid version would come with a video. Maybe the paid version would be 10 tips, Maybe the paid version would have, illustrations to go with it or something. What would the paid version of this article look like? Right? And then the other thing I would say about this question about racing drones and making a membership program is watch your time. And the little example I gave you about the little monthly workshop to put on, which I think is a great idea, putting on a little monthly workshop for the racing drone community. Charge them a low ticket, $5-10 a month for a little racing drone monthly workshop, ongoing workshop, racing drones, whatever. I mean, it'd be cool, man. Like every month you could explore like a different racing drone. I mean, you could bring in a different racing drone every month to look at, unbox, modify, whatever. You know, there's so many ways you could go with that. I mean, if you're not charging a lot for the workshop, if it's got a low pain point, if it's got a low pain point on financial, then people are going to join the workshop just because you're off. They're going to join your membership program just because you're offering that monthly value. And even if they don't catch all of them, they're going to join it just to have it, right? They're going to join it just to have it. I think sometimes people run into trouble with membership programs when they start charging an extremely high price, because when you charge a really high price, it's fine as long as people feel like they absolutely need it, right? But as soon as they don't need it, like they're going to drop it. They're going to drop it. They're not. It's above that price point where it's like they can just keep it just to keep it. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of us have like, Netflix or Hulu or something like that. And, we don't even watch it. How many of you guys got like Hulu or Netflix or something, and you might go like a month or two and not even watch it, but you keep it because, you have it just so you can watch it if you want to watch it. Well, that's kind of how low ticket membership programs work. You keep them, so it has a lot of value in there. You can trust that there's a lot of value being put in there, and you keep it so you can come to it when you want to come to it. But you don't really always are checking in on it all the time, and it's kind of like that. But you can do that when you got that low threshold for pain point on prices. But you can't do it when you start charging a lot of money. It's hard to get people in there, and people leave fast because it hurts. It hurts to pay that money every month, and if they don't absolutely need it, they don't necessarily want to stay. So if I'm going to make a membership program about racing drones, I'm going to go low ticket. I'm going to provide some kind of value every month that's not going to take too much of my time. And in the case of the workshop idea I told you, I'm basically dedicating a couple hours a month to that workshop. I might dedicate a couple more hours to figuring out what I'm going to be talking about on the monthly workshop. Maybe this drone, maybe that drone, whatever I'm talking about. I might dedicate a couple hours to figuring out what that is. Then I'll dedicate a couple hours to the actual workshop. That's only 4 hours a month I'm spending on that membership program. That's not very much. The rest of the time I would be spending on, marketing it. So you want to know the best way to get people in there? Something for free. You need some kind of free thing. And I tell you what, like to me, a good combination is as a free like report or something like that, like a free thing. But that's not enough. Like you need a presence in a place where people are already hanging out. And I say either YouTube or Facebook. Either have a presence on Facebook to drive traffic to your free thing, or have a presence on YouTube to drive traffic to your free thing. You want a presence in one of these places. Wherever your target market is hanging out, you want to be there, man. You want some kind of presence there. Commit to publishing once a week or something, putting something out there for free just to get your face out there, to be a part of the community. All right. Anyways, let me move on. Hope that helps, man. Hope that helps. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just checking something really quick here, guys. All right. Very cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure that I wanted to make sure I didn't have any questions here on the live stream. Okay, so I currently have a membership program with 12 people in it. I'm driving traffic with YouTube primarily. Can you give me some advice on how to put more people in there? Right? Okay, this person has a membership program. They got 12 people in it. They're driving traffic with YouTube primarily. They want some advice on how to put more people in there. I'm guessing a little bit faster. I know I had a membership program where I was driving traffic with YouTube too, and it was it was like trickle in. Like the more videos I had, the more people that hit my sales page, but it was still pretty trickle in type traffic. It wasn't like hundreds of people hit my membership program every single day. It didn't happen like that. So how to put more people in there? Okay, so a couple of things I would recommend for you. Number one, if you don't already have a presence on Facebook, I recommend building out your presence. You're on YouTube right now. I recommend starting to build a presence on Facebook. Right. I think that the easiest way to do that, to me, is to start a new Facebook profile. And that profile, it would have a name, and the name would be similar to your name. And it would have your face, whether you want to use a cartoon avatar or you want to use a picture of yourself. But that would be your representation on Facebook for like a business. And what I would do, man, is I would join about 5 or 6 groups that are in your niche. And I would be a part of those scenes. Like every day I would hit those groups, like give them 5 or 10 minutes a day each. And just like other people's posts, have interaction with other people, and people you have positive interaction with. I would friend request those people, start to build a friends list on Facebook of people who care about the niche you're in, right? That's the thing. And then on top of that, I would start doing like some live streams on Facebook where you just offer some free value, do a simple little live stream, like on Facebook. Here's the thing. I say this and people freak out. With Facebook, like you're a slave to the timeline. So like things that you record today and put out there, like by tomorrow, it's buried. By next week, it's ancient history. So for me to tell you to do a live stream on Facebook once a week, I mean, it's really hard to get traction on Facebook once a week with a live stream. I mean, you got to do live streams on Facebook like every day, and you want to do them around the same time, and you toy around with a few different times until you find the time that really seems like it pulls in the most people, and you stick to that time, right? And what do you talk about? You talk about the topic of the day, right? Whatever you see other people on Facebook talking about, because when you start friend requesting all these people that care about this one subject, what's going to happen is you're going to start making your timeline. It's going to start looking like a central hub of activity for that niche. You're going to start to see a lot of people talking about that one niche on your timeline, right? And it's going to be kind of like having your finger on the pulse of the market, right? So you're going to kind of see what people are talking about, current events related to your niche that make sense. You just talk about them every day. What you do is you bring up a topic every day. You talk about it. It could be a 5-minute video. It could be a 10-minute video. Live streams are a little better when you make them a little bit longer, but you figure it out, And then what you do is you make sure you pitch your membership program or your free thing that leads to your membership program. You pitch it in every single video, right? Every single video you pitch it. That's kind of how you start to build a presence on Facebook. I think you can do a live show on Facebook once a week, but it's got to be plastered everywhere that, hey, on this day, every single week, I do the live show, right? I'll tell you what, though, you get far more traction on Facebook just doing something every day. And I know that kind of sounds like annoying and a big commitment, but it works, right? Now, what can I tell you? It works. You got to show up every day. Show up every day. That's how Facebook is because of the timeline. Facebook really, really caters to the new information that's coming out every day, right? So if you want to get good traction with Facebook, you need to become part of that 24-hour news cycle. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Now, the other thing I would say, and you might not want to hear this either, but the other thing I would say to pull more people into your membership program is, man, do a product launch, right? Start learning the product launch game. Figure out how to put a little product out there. Write a special report, do a little video course, do something that would just be like a one-time fee, right? And then in your sales funnel, even if it's just a foundational funnel, even if it's just your product and then your membership program. So when people buy your product, they get offered the membership program. Okay. So that's what I would do. Those are the two biggest ways I would say. Those are the next steps to grow your membership program. I mean, we could get into like Facebook chat bots, and we could get into some paid YouTube traffic. But I tell you what, with the chat bots and also with the paid traffic, with paid traffic, I'm going to say pretty much always my best results with paid traffic is always paid to free. And what that means is I drive paid traffic to a free offer, put them on my email list, and then I try to, from my email list, I drive that traffic to a paid offer. So that works best for me. And then with the Facebook chat bots, like it's better for me to, drive those people to a free thing. Because if I don't drive them to a free thing and I just promote like affiliate offers, or if I just promote like a membership program and stuff like that, I mean, it's going to really seem spammy, and it's a little spammy anyway to hit people with the Facebook chatbot all the time on Facebook. People aren't exactly in a buying mindset on Facebook anyways. They're in kind of, you think about why people come to Facebook. People come to Facebook to interact. They come to Facebook to socialize with other people that have common interests as them, right? People go to YouTube to learn, right? But they go to YouTube to learn something for free. Nobody ever went to YouTube thinking, hey, I want to spend some money, right? That's why a lot of times, we're more successful, selling through email, right? So that's what I would say about that. So hope that answers your question, man. Hope that gives you some insight on which ways to go next. I would say if you want to get deeper into that, if you want to get even deeper into that, deeper than what we can go on this little Q&A call, I just started a 90-day membership program workshop, and we get a little deeper into that subject in that workshop. And I'm actually going to be starting another one, another class, same workshop, just the second class. Going to be starting up May 17th of this month. So I would definitely consider joining up for that workshop if you really want to get hot and heavy into the membership program thing. Yeah, that's what I would say. What do you think the best price point is for a monthly membership site? Like that is an interesting question, and it totally depends on what benefit you're providing inside there. Okay. What you want to do is you want to look around for other membership programs in your niche that are providing a similar benefit, something similar in value. It doesn't have to be providing the same thing you're providing, but something similar in value. And if not membership programs, then products around. What are they charging? Like, let's say you're running a membership program and you're giving people license on like 20 articles every single month. Every single month they get 20 brand new articles, right? They get PLR rights on them. So you might think, okay, well, what are people charging for 20 PLR articles over here on this PLR website? It's like, oh, okay, they're charging $10 for 20 PLR articles. Okay, well, I guess if I want to look at that information, my thing has a baseline price of $10 a month. You can say that. You could say $9 a month. You could say $12 a month. You can say it's a baseline. It's in that range, right? Go find about five different different sites, see what everybody's charging, see what the range is, put yourself in that range, right? So that's what I'd say about that. Now if you're asking me personally what I think, so I basically have I've had personal experience with membership programs and the $0 to $30 range, and I've had experience with membership programs in the $30 to $100 range. I've never charged over $100 a month for a membership program, so I don't have a lot of experience in high ticket reoccurring. But when it comes to low ticket and mid ticket, I will say I've had good success with both of those, and both of them work. It's completely dependent on the benefit. Like people have to believe that the benefit they're receiving is worth more than the money that they're paying, right? And on the back end of that, I think I already said this already, but it has a lot to do with pain point. Low tickets are pretty easy because as long as you're providing value in there that's greater than the pain point, a lot of people will just keep it just to have it, just so they can refer to it. Okay, when the financial pain point gets to a place where they can't afford to just keep it just to have it anymore, they feel it every single month. Those are the people that you really have to be offering a good benefit to, that they see the point. And like, look, even if there is a point, even if there's a great benefit, it could be the best benefit in the world. I mean, they're just not going to stay. I mean, the pain point, if it's too high, they're just not going to stay. Eventually, they're just going to leave. They're going to get as much as they can out of it while they can afford it. Then they're going to leave. Like if I was paying $500 a month for a membership, this is me personally. If I was paying $500 a month for a membership program, like, first of all, I better be getting some serious value out of that membership program. I mean, I better be learning something in there that is helping me make $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to justify it. Like in every single month, man, I have to justify it heavily, right? Seriously. Because $500 a month, that seems really steep for me for a membership program. I mean, $500 one time, okay, no problem. But $500 every single month? I mean, you better be showing me something, right? I better be getting something. There better be a piece of software in there that's doing something for me important, or you better be showing me some awesome stuff every month. Because if not, $500 a month, it's hard to really justify that every month. That's me personally. But you guys got to understand, everybody's different. Everybody has a different financial pain point. But here's the other thing you need to understand. Even though everybody's different, the higher up you go, you can reason that the less people are going to be able to afford it, right? The more people, you hit more people with that financial pain point, the higher your membership program, right? So if you're charging $5 a month, I mean, man, lots of people, if you're providing good value in there, lots of people will keep that just to have it on hand, right? $10 a month, lots of people will keep that just to have it on hand, just in case they need it, providing good value. So what am I saying? Okay. First of all, I'm saying the price point is completely based on the benefit. Second of all, I'm saying low ticket membership programs provide stability. Okay. Because if you get a low ticket, what happens is, first of all, it's easier to put people in there because it doesn't hit a lot of people's pain points. People stay longer because it doesn't bother them to pay that every month as long as you're providing value every month. So people stay longer. So as a result, it's easier to predict your income from the low ticket membership program, right? Like if you had 1,000 people paying you $1 a month, it's easier to predict your income month after month than it would be if you had one person paying you $1,000 a month, because you figure a couple people are going to leave every month, a couple people are going to come every month, and you're going to be able to predict your income fairly easily. But if you got like one or two people paying you $1,000 a month, if just one of them leave, like boom, you just lose a giant chunk of income, right? So I'm not saying high ticket membership programs can't work, because they do work. But what I'm saying is low tickets are nice. They provide a nice little financial foundation. and they're easy to predict. So I hope that makes sense when it comes to the best price point for a monthly. The other thing I would say on that is, definitely offer a trial, right? A trial membership, 7-day free trial, 10-day $1.99 trial, whatever. Offer a trial that really increases your conversions on your sales page. It really does. So if you don't know how to do that, it just depends on what you're using. I mean, like my membership program, the ECIC here, it runs through Warrior Plus, and Warrior Plus makes it easy to do like a 7-day trial or a 10-day trial or 30-day trial, whatever you want to do. Warrior Plus makes it easy to do that. So that kind of just depends on your payment processor, how you're running it. But however you're running it, I'll tell you something. I wouldn't start another membership program. Well, no, I can't say that. If I'm starting a membership program, I want to run a trial if I can. If I'm not running a trial, then man, that membership program better be something really good. The reason why I'm hesitating is because I have a membership program called the Super 20 Club, and I didn't offer a trial on it, right? Because I'm saying this and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't always offer a trial. But the reason I didn't offer a trial on Super 20 Club is because, number one, Super 20 Club was limited to 20 people, okay? It was $45 a month. It was limited to 20 people. That's it, right? But the main reason I didn't have to offer a trial on the Super 20 Club is because I promoted it to my list alone, people who already knew me very, very well. And then the other thing is the value was so great that I didn't need to offer a trial on it because of who I was offering it to and because of the value. Super 20 Club, of course, is if you don't know what that is, basically my little membership program where people get 100% affiliate commissions through all of my sales funnels, right? I put out a new product like every month or so, and every time I put out a new product, they get 100% affiliate commissions through all those sales funnels, right? So they get a lot of value, and for that, it's $45 a month. So that's pretty cool, and that's Super 20 Club. But anyways, yeah, I don't do a trial in Super 20 Club. Whenever someone drops out, I just run a promo for it and get the spots filled back up, and that's it. That's all I do. Super easy membership program to run. It basically just leverages work I'm already doing. And I think if you're going to make a membership program and you're out there and you're already doing things, you're out there already doing some work, then definitely leverage work you're already doing. That's the best thing to do. Don't start a membership program and only think about the benefit you're going to be providing. You also have to think about the time you're going to be spending. The benefit you're providing has to be good, but your time that you spend on the program, it has to equal out. Guys, you can spend, and I'm getting into this topic really deep, but you can spend 80 hours, 90 hours a month working on your membership program, right? And you'll provide massive value. Or you could spend 5 hours a month and provide massive value. Or you could say, I don't want to spend any hours a month and provide massive value. You could do all of those things. All of those things are possible. It's up to you to figure out how much time you want to dedicate to the membership program. And then you got to ask the question, okay, I have 2 hours a month that I want to dedicate to this membership program. Or I have, 1 hour a month that I want to dedicate to this membership program. How can I provide great benefit to my members where I don't have to spend a lot of time doing it? Because guys, I'm telling you, for a membership program to last a long time and for you to be okay doing it, you need to be providing a benefit. You need to be providing a benefit where your time in is not greater than the value you're receiving out. I hope that makes sense. It's always like, it's always like how much money you're making minus how much time you're spending equals benefit to you when it comes to running a membership program. Because the more time you're investing in it, the less that, money makes a difference, right? I hope that makes sense. That's a little weird. I'm saying that a little bit weird. I could have a membership program that was making me $1 million a month. But like if I'm spending every waking second of my life running that program, like that's not cool. It's not cool. All right. It's not cool. And eventually it's going to wear thin and I'm going to be tired of it. All right. So you have to ask the question, how much time a month am I willing to spend on a membership program that's comfortable for me, that I could sustain for a long period of time, and center your benefit around that idea. So I hope that makes sense. Damn it, Cam, I need to make some money. I need to make some money, man. I've been watching. This actually says, damn it, Cam. Damn it, Cam, I need to make some money, man. I've been watching and reading so much information from so many people. I just feel stuck. What's the best way for me to start seeing instant results? Sick of the hype. This guy. Yeah, so look. So to me, like the best way to start seeing instant results, I think right now, personally, to see instant results, I'm going to target affiliate marketing and I'm going to target Facebook, right? And I'm going to target micro level marketing as a strategy. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be focused on one person at a time on Facebook. So what you want to do is you want to go over to Facebook. You want to start a new profile, start building a list of friends around you who care about the same subject as you. Become a part of the scene. I would say start providing a little value on Facebook. Once a week, start dropping something that helps people, that's valuable to people. And what that's going to do is start to build an audience around you. But when we talk about instant results, I mean like within 30 days. Within 30 days. Within 30 days you could be making money doing this. And the other thing you want to do is when you find a product that you want to promote, what you want to do is like if the sales page says something, let me show you guys. I think I've showed you guys this before, but let me show you. When you let me pull this up real quick. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to pull up a sales page real quick. Okay, let me screen share so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so what you're looking at is the sales page. This is my alternate sales page for mesolimbic marketing. Now, you guys all have a copy of mesolimbic marketing already. It's in the members area already. That's the new product for the month. This is the sales page, right? Now, if I want to, like, if I'm starting to form like a group of friends around me who all care about like make money online and stuff like that, or whatever niche I'm in, and I want to go micro level, I want to go like micro level marketing. So what I'm going to do is I need to realize, number one, people buy things on an individual level, right? And just one at a time. Focus on one person at a time. Here's how you do it, right? So here's the sales letter, right? Can I share something with you? It's the real secret to all sustainable wealth on the internet. So basically, I'm going to take that and I'm going to come over to Facebook and I'm going to qualify people, right? As you guys know, I'm already hanging out in those groups. I'm already, I'm trying to drop some value every single week. So I'm starting to build a group of people around me, and I'm starting to be a part of a scene. So I might write something like this on Facebook. Wow, just read something that changed my entire outlook. It's basically this thing is running slow today. The secret to sustainable online wealth. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll share it. Boom. So like that right there, what I just wrote, and I'll post that on my profile, right? Now, if you want to get, a little bit bold, you can post it in the groups too. It's just a message. So it's not like you're spamming or anything like that. You're just writing a message. But the main place would be that I'd target is my Facebook profile. So I post that on there, and I'd wait to see who responds to it. Now, the people who respond to that message, I'm going to drop them my affiliate link to this sales page, right? Now, that is marketing on a micro level, right? But that is how I would start to market in the beginning to start getting results quickly, right? Because that's going to produce quick results, right? Now, that doesn't work unless you're being a part of Facebook every day, you're being a part of the scene, and you're dropping a little bit of value every week, right? Because if you're dropping a little value every week and you're a part of the scene, then people start to know, like, and trust you, right? Then you can use this kind of micro level marketing tactic and it will work, right? So that's one way to do it. And this is what I would focus on if I was brand new. But you have to understand something. Branching out to a place like YouTube is not a bad idea, because with YouTube, the content has more staying power. It doesn't get buried on the timeline. So this is good. This is a good tactic for like making money right now, but you definitely want to expand. Once you've made a little bit of money, you want to start expanding. Okay. This is just a beginner level tactic to start putting some money in your pocket to help you believe that it is possible to start making real money online. All right, because it's absolutely possible, but a lot of people, they have to get over that hump, that limiting belief. So this is a tactic that can put money in your pocket, but it's not going to be something that you just want to do all the time. It's not like the amount of work you put into it is not going to equal the amount of money you make out of it, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It's a little too much work you're putting into it to make some money. It has no staying power. You want to start to build systems, and you want to start to put things out there that work for you while you're not there. You think about that tactic. It can make you some money, but you got to wait for people to respond to your post, and then you got to like manually respond back to them, right? So that's something you got to be involved in all the time. And then you also have to deal with the fact that your post is going to get buried on the timeline, right? So that's annoying. You have to be very involved in that tactic. It works, but you have to be involved in it. You got to start thinking about other tactics that might not produce results as quickly as that one, but they're going to have a lot more staying power. So that's why you want to be thinking about platforms like YouTube and some of these other things. So anyways, that's also a great tactic for list building too, by the way. So let me close this up. I hope that helps, man. Damn it, man. I hope that helps. Sick of the hype. Sick of the hype. Okay, I got some questions this month about coaching. I haven't been doing a lot of coaching lately. I've been doing group coaching here, and I've been doing some uh, group coaching in this workshop I'm doing, but that's pretty much all the coaching I've been doing lately. I've done some consulting, some one-on-one consulting where I just kind of like one-offs where I help someone $97 an hour. But as far as like actual just like big long one-on-one coaching programs, I haven't done that for a little while. I stopped doing that at the end of last year for a while. I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but I just yeah, I just needed a break from it. So that's basically what that was. But so this guy says, I want to start a coaching program. What do you think is a good price for me to start it at if I've never done it before? Also, can you give me some idea for structure? Okay, so and I think that what he's saying, I'm assuming when you say you've never done it before, I'm assuming that you've never done coaching before, but you are good at something. You are an expert at something, or you're at least a few steps ahead of the people that you're trying to teach, right? That's important. You don't have to be an absolute expert to coach, but you have to be able to get people to the goal that you said you're going to get them to. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be a few steps ahead of the people you're coaching, and you need to be able to help them get results on what you're coaching them to get. Okay, does that make sense? You don't have to be an expert, but you need to be able to get them where you say you're going to get them. That's important if you're going to coach. But I think that what this guy's saying is he's never coached before. It's not that he's not an expert or that he doesn't know how to do what he's saying he wants to coach. He just has never coached before. So with this kind of a situation, when I first started doing some coaching, one-on-one coaching, I started at a price point of $497, and I was teaching YouTube, teaching people how to get started on YouTube and make money with YouTube. Because when it comes to um, they yeah, I found a few weird things at the 497 price point. I don't think that was just the price point though. I think that was also a question of me qualifying people. I don't think I qualified people quite good enough when I first got started. Um, I just took anybody who said they wanted to learn and who had the 497, and I would teach them, right? And that's cool, but you're going to end up with some nightmare students if you do that. It's good to qualify people a little bit, whatever price point you are offering. So 997 was a pretty good price point. I think 997 is a nice price point. I mean, you're still gonna have to qualify people a little bit. They're not, they're not always gonna be doing the work. But people can wrap their head around 997 bucks. I mean, it's kind of expensive for some people, but you can break that up into 4 payments if you want to, and that helps for people. You can work with people if you want to. You can knock a couple $100 off if you think someone is very passionate and they will do the work, but they just can't quite make the 997. You can easily say, hey, listen, what can you afford? And here's what you can do. You can say, this is kind of like moving into another territory, like how you get people converted on like a free call that would lead people into your coaching program. But what you can do is you can be like, well, what are some of the things about my coaching program that you're really, really into? Like, what are like the 2 or 3 things that really appeal to you when it comes to my coaching program? And they'll say, well, I really like this. I really like this. And, these are the things that excite me about it. And you say, okay, well, how about this? What if we knocked off like this part of the program and I just offer you that stuff? We'll kind of like be like a reduced package. And, what are you willing to afford? What can you truthfully afford? And they tell you, and you say, okay, done deal. We'll do this at this price, and that's a way you can put someone in your coaching program and like you knock some off for them. You bend, man, because look, how do trees survive storms? They bend, they don't break. You see a tree in a storm, some of them bend, some of them break. I am I'm experiencing some connectivity issues here, so I'm not sure if you guys are picking up everything that I'm saying. I'm not sure what's going on with my connection here. But yeah, with the coaching, I mean, that's what I would say about that. When it comes to the structure of the coaching, when it comes to structure of coaching, uh, I learned this from Sean Mize, and I recommend everybody following Sean Mize, especially when you're trying to figure out about coaching programs. He's really smart. He knows what he's talking about. Okay. He's made me a lot of money when it comes to coaching programs and stuff like that. But basically you start out with like this signature coaching package, right? Like if you could teach everything that you know about the subject, right? You start out with everything that you know about the subject. And if someone said, hey, listen, I'm going to give you $35,000 to learn everything you know about this subject. But I want, here's what I want. I want to be able to reach out to you whenever I need to. I need I need you to guarantee me results, right? I need to be able to, call on you. Need to get to, right? I'll write you a check for $35,000 right now. Would you do it? Would you do it? And would you feel like, you could be worthy of that amount of money, right? Would you feel like you want to dedicate that much of your time to something, just being on call whenever they need you? Would you do it? And if not, what amount of money would you do it for? And what would you be willing to, at what times would you be willing to be on call, right? Basically, I'm asking you, what does your top level coaching program look like? Let's just say it's a 1-year program. It's a 1-year coaching program. And for this 1 year, you're going to promise them that you're going to teach them everything you know. I mean, you can't guarantee people results. You can't do it. It's impossible. You cannot guarantee someone results. If people are guaranteeing you results, they're lying to you, man. I mean, because the only way I can guarantee you results is if I say, well, I'm just going to do everything for you, and you just sit back and watch me do it. That's the only way I can do it. If I am counting on you to do anything, then I can't guarantee you results. I have to trust that you're going to follow through. I can guide you. I can tell you what I think you're doing wrong. I can move you in the right direction. And I mean, do I feel confident that I can get you results? Of course I feel confident. But for me just to guarantee it, I mean, the only thing I can guarantee is what I'm doing myself personally. And I happen to know that there's no guarantees in life. Even me, myself personally, I can't guarantee things for myself. I can just base things off of what I've done before, what has worked for me before, and what continues to work for me. So yes, I have a lot of confidence that it can work and that it has worked and that it will work again, but I can't just guarantee somebody something. So coaching's not about guarantees, all right? Coaching's about moving people in the right direction. Coaching's about helping people find it within themselves to make it happen, right? And coaching's about having the experience to teach people the right thing to do, right? So that's coaching. Coaching is about insight. Coaching is not about information. It's about insight, right? So this is coaching, right? Guys, we could do this whole group coaching call just on coaching. I could really get into this. But anyways, let me explain structure a little bit before we move on, because I know he's asking about structure. So look, with the structure, you start with that signature coaching program. This is your most expensive coaching program, right? This is what you do for your most expensive clients. Someone who's willing to pay you thousands of dollars for this program, right? This is your most expensive thing you offer. Maybe nobody buys it. Maybe one person buys it every 10 years, right? The point is it's there, and it sets a benchmark for who you are and what you're charging. It sets a benchmark because professionals charge professional prices. Do you guys understand? Like, professionals do not charge $4.97 for one-on-one time, okay? Because what you're going to do is you're going to knock yourself out of the bracket of professional, right? Professionals charge professional prices. That's the perception, right? That's the perception. Like, if you go out and you look for a plumber to fix your water line, and you say, how much is this gonna cost me if I have you come and fix my water line? I have a leaky faucet. How much are you gonna charge me? And the plumber on the phone says, I'm gonna charge you $10, right? Like, instantly you're gonna be looking for something wrong. Instantly. You're gonna be listening to his accent. You're gonna be, looking him up on the internet, trying to figure out what's wrong with this guy, man. I need a professional in here. I don't need some some weirdo coming to my house trying to steal from me or something. I need someone out here to fix my plumbing, So your price point is going to qualify you as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Price point's going to qualify you. So it needs to be expensive, because it's doing a couple things. It's qualifying you. It's respecting your time. Okay? If you don't respect your own time, how is anyone else going to respect your time? Right? And the fact of the matter is, if you, like me personally, I've spent years making money online. I have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours invested into learning how to do this. I spent years working on my craft. So if I don't respect my own time by making people pay for my time, in a one-on-one capacity, right, then nobody else is going to respect my time either, right? And that might be why people respect you more at a higher price point. So just something to keep in mind. But anyways, the point is you start with your highest level coaching package, the most you could offer, okay? And then everything else is based off of that, right? So what works really good is like a 90-day package. Excuse me. And the 90-day package would be like, I'm going to teach you to produce a specific result within 90 days. Like, okay, over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to teach you how to launch products, right? Or over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to teach you how to run a membership program, right? Or over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to teach you how to start a successful YouTube channel, right? Over the course of the next 90 days, I'm going to teach you how to do affiliate marketing with Warrior Plus platform, right? Or I'm going to teach you how to do affiliate marketing on Facebook. Or I'm going to teach you how to do paid traffic with YouTube ads, right? So you got the 90-day program, which can teach a specific result. You can teach them a specific result. You can get them to a specific result. And that's not going to cost as much as the 1-year package, but it's based on the 1-year package. It's a piece of what you teach on the 1-year package, right? And then you can have, but basically whatever packages you're offering, you could have a 6-month package, okay? It's based off of teaching a set of results from the 1-year package, right? So you got your big package, then everything else is based off of that, right? So that's the way I would structure the coaching program. You start with your biggest package that teaches everything you could teach, all the results you could get people that you've personally gotten. You start with that first, and then everything else is based off of that. That's your signature package. Maybe nobody ever buys it, but it doesn't matter. It's not just there for people to buy. It's there to set a standard, right? It's there to set you at a professional level. It's there to keep people respecting your time. That's why it's there. So, and I'm telling you this as someone who classically charges. I undercharge all the time. But I'm telling you guys this so I'm undercharging, even though I know it knocks me out of professional level status sometimes. I know it does. I understand that. I want you guys to understand, if you do undercharge for things like coaching, have a good reason you're doing it. Don't be undercharging, for dumb reasons, right? I'm undercharging because I feel like the market that I want to help, they cannot afford me at those higher price points, right? The people I want to help are the people who are working in factories, the people who don't have any money, the people who are barely getting by. Those are the people I'm trying to help, right? So that's why I classically undercharge. Is it the right thing to do? It's not the right thing to do if you want to get paid. It's not the right thing to do if you want people to respect your time, because when you start classically undercharging, you're going to get people who don't respect your time. You're going to get people who they don't appreciate what you're giving them. You're going to get that, right? But I'm making personal decisions based on who I want to help and what I'm trying to accomplish. But I'm telling you guys, I'm advising you right now, if you want to do a coaching program, only undercharge if you have a good reason to do so. If you don't have a good reason to undercharge, then don't undercharge, right? Because coaching is difficult. When you're trying to push other people to results, that's challenging. You get paid well, and you should get paid well. When you're getting paid to push people to success, it's challenging. Usually there's a reason why people end up in coaching programs. They're having trouble figuring it out on their own, and it's up to you to figure it out for them, solve those problems for them. And that can be time intensive sometimes. So anyways, I've rambled on about this long enough, but that's how I would structure it, man. You have the big signature package, and then everything else is based off of that big signature package. There's so much I could talk to you guys about when it comes to coaching. I swear, like, the nuances of coaching, like how to qualify people, what to say to them on that free consultation call. Usually we qualify people by getting on a free call and just talking 15 minutes. And usually I listen more than I talk, right? If I'm qualifying someone for a coaching program, I'm going to listen more than I'm going to talk. The more I talk, the less chance that they're going to commit. The less chance I'm going to convert them. The less chance I'm going to close them if I'm talking all the time. I need them to talk. I need them to tell me their problems. We need to talk about them. And then, so you got three things happening in a coaching call, right? Three things. You got where they are now, you got where they want to be, and then you got this gap in the middle, okay? So, and you got to journey to all these places on that call, right? We need to talk about where you're at now. We need to talk about where you want to be. And then we need to talk about that gap in the middle and how to bridge that gap. And it's like a ping pong ball. We go back and forth between all three of these places, right? And if we do that, and we don't just talk about my coaching program and what I've been able to do and what I got going on, that stuff's not going to sell a coaching package, okay? What's going to sell a coaching package is focusing on where they're at now, where they want to be, and bridging the gap in the middle. And if you can do that, you can sell a coaching package in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I know that's kind of a gloss over, making something sound really simple that honestly takes a little bit of practice. It takes a little bit of practice to do that. That's the way it is, man. So anyways, can you help me make some money outside of the make money online space? Please don't tell me to launch a product. Groan. Like literally there's a groan here. This guy literally says groan in parentheses. Can you help me make some money outside of the make money online space? Please don't tell me to launch a product. I've made money outside of the make money online space. I've made money in the health and wellness niche. And I've also made money in the conspiracy theories niche. I published a special report on conspiracy theories. So I've made money outside of the make money online niche. Here's what you got to understand about okay, so here's what you got to understand, okay? People are always asking me questions like this. How do I make money outside of the make money online niche? People are always asking me questions like that. But you know what I never see a lot of? I never see a lot of training on identifying a target market and understanding how to put together a customer avatar. Okay, because if you want to see, here's the thing. This is like the most important thing you can do when it comes to making money online. You have to understand your target market. You need to know who they are, what they're about. You need to know the subtle nuances, right? You need to know, like, okay, in the conspiracy theory niche, I know that my target market in the conspiracy theory niche is almost an even split between men and women, a little bit more men than women, and they're between the ages of 25 and 44. I know this. I could go into it with you. I can go into details. But here's what I'd say. You want to build a customer avatar for whatever your niche is. You need a baseline customer avatar. You need a representation for that market. All right. You need to get to know them. All right. To me, a customer avatar, go watch the Core Influence video by Frank Kern. It's a legendary video. You can go to YouTube. It's called Core Influence. Watch that. Go through that perfect day exercise. All right. As yourself. Go through it as yourself. Figure out what your core identity is. And then go through it as your ideal perfect customer. Right. And I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm sitting here saying that. So let's do this. Here's how you identify your customer avatar, okay? And this is the basis for whatever niche you want to make money in. This is the basis, all right? Now, I'm assuming that you have a niche picked out that has a group of passionate people who care about something, right? A group of people who care about something, right? If you're just picking some random niche out and you don't even know if there's people in this niche or not, the first step is to look around and see if you can find places where they're hanging out. Are there a lot of Facebook groups dedicated to this subject? Do they have a lot of active people? Are they talking? Is there YouTube videos about the subject? Are there a lot of comments in the comment section? Have there been books published on the subject on Amazon? Are there things happening around the subject? Can you put your finger on the pulse of this market? Once you know you have a niche that, seems like it could be potentially, money making for you, it could potentially, it could be potential money in it if you only figured out something that made sense to sell these people. Once you figure that out, okay, then you need to put a baseline customer avatar together. Okay, now look, let me tell you how I do these baseline customer avatars. Okay, so the first thing you should do, this is going to be a real basic kind of thing. Okay, it doesn't have to be crazy. All right, so go over to YouTube, right? Okay, on YouTube, type this in: core influence. That talk right there, it's about 2 hours long. This talk right here, like, this changed my life, man. Like, this changed the way I looked at everything. Okay? So in this talk, he's going to send you through an exercise. It's called the perfect day exercise. He's basically going to ask you, what would your average perfect day look like? And don't go by my summary. You need to go watch this video, take a few notes. You need to run through the perfect day exercise, and then you need to do that for your customer. You need to put yourself in your ideal perfect customer's shoes, and then run through the exercise as them. Do it on yourself first, and then step outside of yourself, run it on with your customers. Now, it doesn't matter if you're wrong. It doesn't matter if you're a little off, based on your perception of who your customer is, right? Do it based off your perception of who your customer is. So that's the first step. Watch this, do the exercise. The second step, come over here to Facebook. All right. And what you want to do is you want to come over here to everything's moving slow for me today. You want to come over to Facebook. You want to go over to this thing called Audience Insights. Okay, it's a fantastic tool that Facebook provides. So you go to Manage Ads. Come over here to up here in the top corner. You're going to see all this stuff up here, and you're going to go ahead and click on this. And there's going to be Audience Insights. You can go to Audience Insights. Once you've done the perfect day exercise from the core influence talk I was talking about, you're going to have kind of like a base customer avatar, right? You're going to have like this baseline customer avatar, this person who's going to be like a representation of your market. Okay. Now you're going to come over to Facebook Audience Insights, and you're going to, like, I'm just going to leave this on United States. You can change this to the whole world if you want to. I like to leave it on the United States so I can just target a group of people in a country where I know they buy a lot of things. Okay. But I'm going to use like conspiracy theories as an example, because that's kind of like the fringe niche that I'm working on right now. So I'm just going to, on interest, I'm going to type in conspiracy theory. Boom. Interest conspiracy theory. So when I type that in, what's going to happen is I'm going to see some insight on people who are interested in this category, conspiracy theory, right? I see 46% of women. I see 54% of men, right? So, and I see my two biggest categories, 25 to 34-year-old women and men, and I see 35 to 44-year-old women and men, right? So 25 to 44 is my biggest age range for this category. So if I'm trying to come up with a customer avatar, I got that baseline customer avatar from Frank Kern, Core Influence. I can refine it with this. Based off of this, I could say, well, I'm going to say my guy is a 33-year-old guy. You know, he's a 33-year-old man who's into conspiracy theories, right? And I can base that based off of this research, right? And that makes total sense that he would be, right? Now I see right here that 53% of people who care about conspiracy theories are married, right? So my guy's married, right? He's married, right? I see that 62% of these people have been to college. So my guy has an associate's degree. He's got an associate's degree in business. And I see that 23% of people who like conspiracy theories are in production. So my guy has a degree in business. He's an associate's degree. He went to community college. He's working at a factory as a mid-level manager at some factory. He's grinding. He doesn't really like his job that much, but he's into conspiracy theories, right? So I'm starting to refine, I'm refining my customer avatar, right? Based off of this data, right? If I look at page likes, okay, I can see what these people like. These are the shows they like. These are public figures they're into, right? Comedians. And I can start to study some of these people myself and get a better idea of who my target market is, right? So that's what this is all about. Refine it with Facebook Insights. Okay? Location. Are they concentrated in any one area? We see they're not really concentrated in any one particular area. Activity. We see these people who like conspiracy theories, they like to click on ads, they like to like posts, and they like to like pages, or they like to comment. They like to comment. They like to comment. They like to like posts, and they do click on ads. They're not adverse to ad clicking. So these are valuable insights to have. We see that a lot of them are using mobile, right? 64% of these people are using mobile. 62% of those are using Android. So this is valuable insight when it comes to you trying to get to know your niche. They're not using iPhones. Most of them are using Androids. Okay? Most of them are accessing content through their mobile phones or mobile devices. So that is going to shape the kind of information you put out there when you want to sell to them. Okay? So this is the first step, building this customer avatar. When we think about our guy, he's 33 years old. He works at a factory. He's a mid-level manager. He's kind of grinding it out. He doesn't like his job that much, but it's okay. He's really into conspiracy theories. He's married. He's either got a kid or he's got a kid on the way, right? And he mostly accesses his content through his mobile phone. Maybe he does it on his lunch break. Maybe he does it at night. Whatever. He's doing it on his mobile phone more times than not. Okay? So this way we start to expand our knowledge of our customer avatar, and we refine him and make him more in line with our audience. So when we put out content, when we go to sell something, we're selling to this person, right? We're selling to this person. Are we going to be 100% accurate? Is it going to apply to everyone in our market? No, it's not. It doesn't have to. Doesn't matter about that. You're not going to be 100% accurate because it's a representation. Okay? But it's going to cater to a lot of them. It's going to cater to a lot of them. More times than not, you'll be surprised at how accurate it will be. And this is how you do it, man. This is how you do it, and it works. And it works. So Okay. Anyway, I hope that helps. So when it comes to making money outside of the make money online niche, the reason why people start in the make money online niche is because that's where you get started learning about marketing, right? And the reason why I think a lot of people overlook customer avatars is because that work a lot of times has already been done for you in the make money online niche. You basically copy work other people have done, you model after other people, and what you don't realize is behind that work initially was a customer avatar, and then you just kind of you copy what they've been doing. But what you do is because you don't know the science behind it, it gets hard for you to apply it to other niches. Because see, look, here's the thing. The reason why I'm telling you about customer avatars is because, like, in the make money online niche, people are looking for a leader. People are looking for guidance. People are looking for somebody to tell them what to do. They need that mentor guidance. They need that actionable step-by-step stuff. Now, if I take it over to the conspiracy theory niche, that doesn't work. They're not looking for guidance. They're looking for validation. They're looking for facts that confirm what they believe. You see what I'm saying? They're looking for the facts and the research that confirms the weird stuff that they believe. So if you come strong with like hard points and large takeaways in the conspiracy theory niche, you won't be received well, because there's going to be a whole group of people who don't believe you. They're not believing exactly what you're saying, and they're not looking for the same thing that they're looking for in the make money online space. They're not looking for leadership. They're not looking for guidance. They're looking for validation. They're looking for facts that agree with what they already believe. So these are subtle nuances. And what that means is you can't market the same way to the conspiracy theory niche that you can do to the make money online niche. It's not the same ball game. It's like a whole different sport. So that's why customer avatars are important. And if you want to make money outside of make money online, it all starts with that customer avatar. And look, the third thing about customer avatars are you adjust them as you go. As times change, as as things change, customer avatars shift a little bit. They shift. The more you know about your niche, the more you know about your target market, right? The more you relate to your audience and your people, the more you relate to that niche, like the more you refine your avatar, the more that you build upon it. Okay, so that's how that works. I hope that helps, man. Cam, how can I get into the high ticket game? What price points have you seen success with selling high tickets? How should the courses be structured in comparison, like typical $10 Warrior Plus style courses? So this person wants to know. What he should be charging for high ticket products, and how should the courses be structured compared to like a $10 product or whatever. And the truth is, I'll tell you what, let me define price points first of all. So I consider like anything from $0 to $30 low ticket, anything from $31 to $100 as mid-level, mid-ticket, and then anything over $100 I consider high ticket. Everyone's got different ideas about what high ticket is. Some people, anything up to $500 is mid ticket. Everybody's different. For me, $0 to $30 low ticket, $31 to $100 mid ticket. Anything over $100 is high ticket to me. So the highest price point that I've ever sold anything at was at $19.97, and it was for something called IM Jumpstart. And IM Jumpstart was group coaching combined with training, combined with like templates and resources that people could use from my own business, right? Like I'd give them like templates to my sales pages, just different resources I'd give them. So that was I Am Jumpstart, and it was kind of like a hybrid. It had coaching in it. It had, done for you stuff in it, and it had training in it. And that was, like $2,000. What price points have you had seen success with selling higher ticket? So price points I've seen success with, I've seen success at the $297 range with the higher ticket. I'll call that higher ticket. I've seen success at the $147 price point, and I've seen success at the $97 price point. Those are my three. Now, when it comes to like non-coaching packages, non-coaching. Now with coaching, I've seen success at $497. I've seen success at $997. I've seen success at $1497, and I've seen success at $1997 with coaching. But if we're just talking about courses, no coaching, I've seen success at $297, $147, and $97. Those are the three big price points that I've seen success at. I've sold some stuff at $47 too, but that's not really high ticket anymore. I think that's more mid ticket. So yeah. When it comes to how the courses should be structured, this is a really interesting question, because in your mind you might think that like a $397 or $297 course is going to be a lot different than a $10 course, right? At the heart of it, it's just about, teaching a result, right? At the heart of it, it's just about teaching a result, right? Did you teach a result in the $10 course, right? If you did, it could be that, maybe it shouldn't even be a $10 course. Maybe it should be a $297 course, We got to understand why people buy things. They don't buy things because they're fancier. People don't buy, and this comes back to customer avatar too. It really does come back to customer avatar. It comes back to what niche you're in. If we're talking about the make money online niche, right? People buy things to get results. They bought it at 300 and not at 10 because in their mind, they felt like they'd get the real answers at 300. They wouldn't get the bull crap at 10. They feel like they're not going to get the real deal at $10. They're going to get the fake stuff. But at $300, they're going to get the real stuff. So it's really about making sure you provide good value in the program. It's not about oh, well, this is my $300 program, so I need to have 300 videos in there. Dude, nobody wants to go through 300 videos. Nobody wants to do that. You know what would be better? Imagine this. Imagine this for a second. Let's say you got a $10 version of the course, right? And the $10 version is like a special report. And then you got like a $297 of the course. $297 version of the course. The $297 version of the course, you got a video supplemental that goes along with each chapter, right? And then not only do you have the video supplemental, but you also have 24-hour-a-day email support for 6 months, right? So they have the ability to reach out to you by email, ask you any kind of questions they want, right? Not just like customer support questions like I can't log in or something like that, but like actual questions about the course material, and you can go into in-depth answers responding to them, right? So it's about more, but it doesn't have to be it's about more value, but you're given value in the way of the visual, and you're given value in the way of more access to you. And that's really what it's about. It's about more access. Right? It's not about overwhelming them with material. That's not what it's about. You can teach the same thing that you would teach on a $10 course, but you're giving more value at the $297 price point. They're paying more. They're paying more really for more access. And what you got to understand is they're paying for a result, and it's their belief that the $297 course is going to help them achieve that result. where the $10 course won't. So it's your job to give them a little bit more access to help guarantee that result for them. Now, can you guarantee the result? No, you can't. You can't guarantee the result even if it was a $2 million course. You can't do it. It's impossible. But when it comes to, I was talking to someone just last night who said, Cam, the courses that you're selling for, $10, I mean, they're really worth like much more than that. They're probably, those things are, you could probably sell one of those. You could probably put one of those on the back of a webinar and sell it for $497, right? And he was just reviewing mesolimbic marketing. He was looking at mesolimbic marketing, and he's not doing a lot of low ticket stuff right now. He's selling from webinars. And he said, man, the stuff I saw in mesolimbic marketing, I mean, you could sell that on the back of a webinar for $497, right? So if you want me to tell you what's the difference between a low ticket course and a high ticket course, I mean, I think the important thing is to provide benefit. And it's a tricky question to answer because some people out there over deliver on their $10 courses, like me. I put a lot of stuff in on the $10 course. It's probably worth a lot more. Some people don't. Sometimes I buy a low ticket course. It's like 2 pages and a PDF, and it doesn't answer anything. It's like the worst thing ever. So there's no, if you buy a $10 course and you see results from it, it's very good information that you didn't know, and it's valuable to you, then it probably was worth $297. It probably was worth $497. If it was a special report, you could probably add a few videos to it and give them some personal access to you. Maybe give them, hey, this $297 package comes with a free coaching call, comes with a free lifeline. On my workshop that I just sold, my workshop I just sold, my membership program workshop, I just sold it at it's going to be selling for $297, and it comes with five coaching calls, 5 one-on-one coaching calls. They're 5 lifelines to be used whenever you want, and it's a no-brainer at $297. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. You're talking about someone who charges $97 an hour, going to give you 5 one-on-one coaching calls in addition to the group coaching you're going to be receiving on the workshop. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer at $297. So, but I classically underdeliver. That package is probably worth $997. Easily worth $997. So it's a difficult question to answer. But the truth is, when it comes to the difference between $10 and like high ticket, it's the prices are arbitrary. Forget about the prices. Forget about, okay, this is a $10 course. So if this is a $10 course, then my $500 course needs to be like way better. I need to have way more videos and stuff. Forget about that. The prices are arbitrary. Get the prices away from it. Okay. Think about the result that you're trying to get for people. Think about the benefit and the value that you're providing, and then attach a price to it that makes sense for you. Okay. Don't worry about if this guy over here is offering the same thing at $10. That's on him. We already talked about, value and time. We already talked about how sometimes you can dequalify yourself as a professional when you don't charge enough for your stuff. Okay. So don't worry about what a $10 course looks like. You worry about what your $500 course is going to look like. And you need to understand, it's not about how many videos you put in there. It's not about, how fancy it looks on the download page. None of that matters. All that matters is, can you get them a result? What are they looking for when they bought it? Can you help them achieve that? Because if your thing does that, that's all that matters. Okay? So it's worth the 500. All right? It's worth the 1,000. It's worth the 2,000, whatever. All right? So that's what I'd say about that. I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to be evasive. Let's see here. We talked about the importance of knowing your target market. I think Let me see. Let me pull this. I want to show you you guys $1,000 email before I get off of here. I do want to show you this. So let me just let me pull this up. I wasn't planning on showing this to you really until like I was getting ready to get on this call, and I thought, you know what, I want to show those guys this email. I think this will be cool for them. They probably think it's pretty neat. But I didn't have it prepared, is what I'm saying. So let me pull this up real quick, and I'll show you guys, and we'll talk about it. Find it real quick. Sorry guys, I should have had this ready to go. I just didn't know I was going to be I didn't know I was going to be showing on this. Just trying to pull this up real quick. Let's see here. No, that's not it. Actually, you know what, guys? Let me go to hold on a second, guys. Let me just pull this up. I am let's see here. Man, a little unprepared here today. We're getting there, guys. Bear with me here. We're getting there. Let this thing load up here. All right. A few more minutes, guys. Give me a second here. We're gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna share it with you. Well, all right. Let me look at one more place here. I should have pulled this up. I'm sorry, guys. If we don't cover this time, we'll cover it next time. I don't want to take too much time looking around for this and making you guys wait. I think I found it. All right. Okay, I found it. All right, cool. Okay, so this okay. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for waiting on me. All right, so let me go over to screen share real quick, and I'll show you this email. So this email made me like over thousand bucks just on one simple little email, and there's a science to it. So I want to explain it to you guys, so you can use some of these tactics in your own marketing. So this is this. Oh, and this email made me like $1,000 in like 3 hours. Maybe like $1,000 in 3 hours. Okay, so it's valuable. So the subject line is, "Can I share something with you?" So it's a question, right? So this is going to inspire people to open the email because they want to know what the question is. Now, this was a powerful tactic, and it got a lot of people to open the email. Now, if you notice something, if we look at if we look at the sales page for mesolimbic marketing, we're going to see that I'm using the same tactic over again, right? Can I share something with you, right? So we do things that work, we reuse them. We see if they'll work in other areas, right? That worked in email. Maybe it also works in sales pages. So we'll see. So I'm always kind of like exploring different things, especially when I find things that are really, really successful. So anyways, cool. So can I share something with you? You guys know I always repeat whatever I got in the subject line. I always repeat it. It's the first thing in my email. Okay. Let's go through this. So in 3 hours, this email made over $1,000. Pretty amazing. So can I share something with you? I have talked to several people about my 90-day continuity workshop, and they always seem really excited about it. They're always excited about the idea of finally putting together a membership program that actually has members in it, paying them a monthly reoccurring payment. You guys, what I'm doing here is I am projecting. Do you guys remember earlier when we were talking about coaching, and I said there's three things happening. There's three things happening when I'm trying to put someone in a coaching program. Okay, we're going to be talking about where they're at now. We're going to be talking about where they want to be, where they want to get to, and we're going to talk about the gap in between. Okay, so we look at this email. This email follows that pattern. Okay, I'm having a conversation with someone who's not there. I'm describing a conversation. Right? I'm describing a conversation to people with someone who's not actually present in the email. So this email is playing that game of ping pong, going back and forth between those three places. Okay. Can I share something with you? I've talked to several people about my 90-day continuity workshop. They all seem really excited about it. They're excited about the idea of finally putting together a membership program that actually has members in it, paying them a monthly recurring payment. I don't blame them. I mean, if you put 100 people in a $100 a month membership program, that's $10K a month. Or you could put 1,000 people in a $10 a month program, and that's $10K a month. I'm talking about the place that people want to be right now. We're talking about the future, the place they want to be, right? I can see why they're excited about it. I talked to someone today who said that that would be life-changing money. I'm still projecting the future for people, right? Maybe you can relate. What would you do if you could make an extra 10K a month? Or what if it's even just 5K or a simple 1K a month without hardly any extra work? Would that change your life? Would it be a game changer? Many people tell me yes. All that is talking about where they want to be, right? Maybe you're reading this right now and you're thinking, yes, 10K a month would definitely change my life. If you're saying yes, then I say great. But my next question would be, where are you at right now? You guys see what I'm saying? I'm bouncing it back to where they're at. We just talked about where they want to be. Now we're going to slam it back to where they're at now, right? And I'll be honest, many of the people who I ask, where are you at right now, are nowhere near the place they would like to be. In fact, many of them tell me they've been trying for years to make money online and have failed to make any progress. Maybe you can relate, right? I'm bringing it back to where they want to be. And my next question after that is kind of hard for people generally, but I always have to ask it. My next question is always, well, why aren't you where you want to get yet? I mean, you've been trying for years. Why are you stuck after years of trying? Why are you where you are instead of where you want to be? And generally, people always tell me, well, Cam, that's a tough question. And they're right, it is. Part of the reason I get paid very well to help people is because I ask and solve tough questions. Right there, guys, do you see what I'm doing right there? This is about the gap in between where they want to be and where they're at right now. I'm putting myself in that gap. I'm putting myself into the conversation of that bridge, right? I'm qualifying myself right here. Part of the reason I get paid very well to help people is because I ask and solve tough questions. Many people then go on to tell me, well, I've tried this, that, and the other thing, and even the one thing over there, and nothing works. Now, maybe you can relate to that too. I'm ping-ponging it back to where they're at, right? If so, I want to tell you what I tell them. If we work together, like we would be working together in my 90-day continuity workshop, we could build you a membership program together that would be paying you monthly, working towards your finally quitting that job you don't like and putting money in the bank, getting to financial freedom. How would that feel to you? Now I'm moving across the bridge back over to where they want to be, right? Would that feel good to finally start achieving some success online and being taken seriously? Is there anything you would add to that goal? Things we could work on in our 5 one-on-one coaching calls that come with this 90-day continuity workshop. Now, obviously, you're not there yet. I just ping-pong back, guys. I ping-pong back to where they're at. We were over there talking about what they could do if they were where they want to be. Now we're slamming it back to where they're at. Now, obviously, you're not there yet. That's why you're reading this from me right now. Boom. I'm talking about the bridge. I'm at the bridge, right? I'm filling the gap. I want you to think for a minute, though. What has held you back up until this point? What has you stuck? And then I just have to ask you, as we tick down to the last 2 hours of this early bird special on my 90-day continuity workshop, guys, this email made over $1,000 in 2.5 hours. Okay, I was ending the sale at midnight, and I sent this out at 9:30. Okay, and then I just have to ask you, as we tick down to the last 2 hours of this early bird special on my 90-day continuity workshop, how much longer are you willing to stay stuck? I'd love to work with you. Let's do this, Cam. That was it. That's $1,000 email, right? Now, if you think about that, let's stop sharing. So that's kind of what $1,000 email looks like. And I'm using coaching tactics. And I didn't invent those tactics, you guys. I learned those tactics from Sean Mize. Sean Mize is the one who taught me those closing coaching tactics, but no one's ever adapted it to email before that I know of. I've never seen anyone else adapt those tactics to email. I just came up with that on my own, just trying to adapt those coaching tactics, those high-ticket coaching tactics to an email, and it works pretty good. But that is how you do it. You play that game of ping pong. You got 3 subjects. You got where they're at right now, you got where they want to be, and then you got the gap in the middle, right? And you put yourself in the gap, right? But you go back and forth, close it out, right? And that's how that works. It's very, very effective, and it can be very successful for you. So now I don't know if it would work just like on social media. There's a lot of people involved in the conversation on social media. There's a lot of comments, and there's a lot of white noise on social media. This is a tactic that works well when you have the thing you wrote, and then you have the person thinking in their mind and looking at it, right? And they're in a place where they can make a buying decision. Not Not saying you couldn't use it on a place like YouTube. I think on YouTube it would be more successful than it would on Facebook. YouTube makes sense to me. I believe I could adapt it. Like I would definitely give it a shot to adapt it on YouTube. I personally wouldn't be interested in adapting it for like Facebook. Just like slamming it on Facebook as like a Facebook post. I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me to do that. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to try new things and experiment and stuff. But anyways, guys, that's anatomy of a high ticket email, right? That email produced, you know, like 10, I don't know, like 10, I think 10 or 11 sales in 2.5 hours on a $147 workshop. So pretty cool. Anyways, I think that's it for me, guys. We've been on here for a while. That's it for me. Does anybody have any questions for me? We had a little bit of connectivity issues. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. I'm going to review this call, and if it was really weird, we might do another call next Saturday just to make up for it. But let me just review it, because I think that it turned out okay, but I know we did have some connectivity issues. G. Mortison was saying audio is dropping out, video is dropping out here and there. Let me look at it and see what the deal is. If it was weird, we'll do another one next Saturday. But I think we ended up okay. I just don't know. I just have to look at it. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on a Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but I got to go change my oil. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys on Saturdays, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy Mesolimbic marketing. I think it could really help some of you guys get ahead, you know, out there. So I'll see you guys. Peace.